So what are the three things that India can be proud of in this win here? I'm going to talk about a couple of things, but more than anything else, I want to talk about India's intensity. Too often when India have toured Australia in the past, they've either come in thinking they don't have a chance, or with the might of Australia arrayed against them with some of those great Australian teams of the past, they've just ground you in until you don't believe in yourself, or you just get overwhelmed. This Indian team kept coming back. You can say yes, no Steve Smith. You can say yes, no David Warner. You play the team you're up against. But in home conditions, Australia will always be strong. And I just loved the fact that India never gave up. Whether it was Ravichandran Ashwin holding one end up with bowling 52 overs, whether it was Pujara or Rahane coming back, I just enjoyed the intensity with which this Indian team played. So that was my point number one. Point number two was that there was a batsman waiting to score runs for you when it mattered. Cheteshwar Pujara was absolutely outstanding. You thought that maybe he was a little too slow for international cricket. Some people thought it doesn't matter, you play over 5 days. And Pujara was just wonderful. He kept getting behind the line. When the time came, he upped his run rate. He was around with Ajinkya Rahane, and I think Rahane's runs would be just as valuable for India because he was positive, he was taking the game ahead. So I thought the form of Cheteshwar Pujara, of Ajinkya Rahane, that augured so well. Virat Kohli curbing his natural style. I even thought actually the shots that KL Rahul played, that 44, because he's such a mighty fine player that even those 44 runs would fill him with confidence. So I thought Pujara and Rahane in the Indian batting was number two. But if there's one thing we will take from here, from Adelaide, from here, it is that Indian bowling lineup. Each time Virat Kohli wanted to look for somebody, he found a seamer with pace and bounce and discipline. Whether it was Ishant Sharma, whether it was Mohammad Shami, or whether it was the hugely admirable Jasprit Bumrah. It's been a pleasure to have watched Bumrah's progress over the last, literally couple of years. Only 7 test matches old. When Virat Kohli wants a wicket, is looking at Jasprit Bumrah, and Bumrah is delivering. So the fact that India have an attack to take on the opposition with fast bowling is my point number 3 takeaway from this. And what it means, all these 3 things, when you go to Perth, you get a spicy wicket, India might actually start favourites.